If the ocean floor is another firmament, a barrier between realms, then what's below that? In part 1, we talked about how Genesis describes the water above from the waters below, and how modern science confirms there are hidden massive reservoirs of water hundreds of miles beneath the Earth's surface. We explored how the ocean floor itself might just be another firmament, a kind of boundary separating our world from what Scripture calls the deep. But if that's true, what's under that firmament? In this part, we're diving deeper into what the Bible and ancient texts actually say about the abyss, interdimensional beings, and hidden realms beneath our world. Throughout Scripture, the deep ocean and the abyss are described almost interchangeably. In Hebrew, the word tehom means the deep, the same word used in Genesis when God's Spirit moved over the waters before creation ever even began. But later in Scripture, the same word becomes symbolic of something darker, a realm of confinement and a hidden spiritual activity. In Luke 8:31, when Jesus confronts the legion of demons, they beg him not to send them into the abyss. In Revelation 9, a fallen angel is given the key to the bottomless pit, and when it's opened, strange beings rise out of it. And in Revelation 20, Satan himself is bound and thrown into the abyss for 1,000 years. So the deep, the abyss, isn't just a poetic description of the ocean. It's a spiritual dimension beneath ours, one that God uses as a prison for certain beings. Now, this is where the Book of Enoch and the Dead Sea Scrolls fill in powerful details that Scripture hints at but doesn't ever fully explain. According to 1 Enoch, 200 watchers, heavenly beings, descended on Mount Hermon, making a pact to leave their proper domain and take human wives. These unions produced the Nephilim, the giants mentioned in Genesis 6. But because of this rebellion, God sent his judgment, the flood, and it wasn't just about human sin. It was about cleansing the earth of corruption caused by these fallen beings. And Enoch records that these watchers were cast down into the depths, into Tartarus, the lowest part of the abyss, to be held in chains until the day of judgment. The same story appears in 2 Peter 2:4 and Jude 1:6, confirming that these beings are real and imprisoned in a dark, unseen realm below us. So maybe that's where what we think aliens come in, because what are these beings really? The Bible describes angels and demons as existing in heavenly places, not planets or galaxies, but realms that overlap ours. You could call them interdimensional. They move between planes of existence, sometimes appearing to humans, sometimes remaining invisible. If these fallen beings were cast into the depths, it makes sense that they would dwell in a realm beneath our visible world, possibly the same unseen dimension the Bible calls the abyss. And honestly, this could explain why strange activity is often linked to the oceans. One, it's unexplored. And think about the Bermuda Triangle. If the ocean floor truly acts as a barrier between dimensions, that would make it the perfect place for imprisoned or hidden entities to exist just beyond human reach. In ancient Hebrew, the sea represented chaos, a place of disorder and danger, often used as a symbol for the presence of evil or rebellion against God's order. Sirens, for instance? That's why Revelation says the beast rises out of the sea. It's not just about geography, it's theology. The sea symbolizes the chaotic realm beneath, where evil sits and stirs until God allows it to surface. The deep is where order meets chaos, light meets darkness, and throughout the Bible demonstrates God the most powerfully, because even the oceans obey his commands. And that brings us full circle, because even today, more than 80% of the ocean remains unmapped. It's dark, pressurized, and nearly inaccessible to us. It's the perfect concealment zone, physically and perhaps spiritually. If what Scripture and Enoch describes is true, the deep may not be just water. It may be the very veil separating our world from a totally different one. If you guys want a part 3, we'll go even deeper into what happens when the abyss opens, the prophecy in Revelation where the bottomless pit is unlocked and the entities rise from it. We'll connect it with modern sightings, ancient prophecies, and spiritual meaning behind what's coming next.